So now we're going to start working on meal 2, our chicken cordon bleus. So we're going to actually take our chicken breasts. I'm going to use 4 of these chicken breasts. Those are those larger jumbo chicken breasts. I'm going to actually kind of trim off the top of them and make them a little bit flatter so when we pound them out, it's a little bit easier. All the pieces that I'm trimming off, filleting off of them, I'm going to reserve in a bowl, and that's what we're going to use in our penne pasta for meal 4. So we've got our chicken breast here, filet. They're almost all about approximately the same size. We'll start pounding those out. You can go ahead and cube this up for meal 4 now if you'd like, so you don't have to make the mess again on meal 4. You can go ahead and cube it up. To pound these out, you want to lay the plastic wrap on your cutting board. Layer the chicken in between, season them up with salt, pepper, and garlic powder, and then we're going to cover the top of them again with plastic wrap. And that'll keep the chicken from splattering all over the place, plus it's keeping you from pounding the chicken down into the cutting board as well. And I always pound mine on both sides and season on both sides. So halfway through, I'll pull off the top layer, turn them over, re-season, and pound again. Scallopinis done. I'm going to remove the plastic now. We're going to layer in our ham and Swiss cheese, and we're going to start rolling these bad boys up. So we've got our ham, deli sliced ham, nice and thin. We're going to layer that out. And a couple slices of our Swiss cheese. Just make sure you get a thin slice on the Swiss cheese. I'm going to get them all rolled up, and then we're going to secure them with some toothpicks. Rolling them up nice and tight. Okay, so now we're going to bread these guys up. So I want to make sure that they are secured with some toothpicks before we start breading them. And, you know, mine seem to roll up really nice and fine, so I'm just going to kind of put one toothpick in them unless they seem like they're going to fall apart on me for some reason. Now we pounded our seasoning into the chicken already, but we are going to sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper into our flour mix. Next, we're going to get a couple of cracked eggs in here. Lastly, I melted some butter, a half stick of butter, and sprinkle some parsley flakes in there. We're going to add in our breadcrumbs. This time I bought panko breadcrumbs. Not the regular Italian-style breadcrumbs, but if you have the Italian-style breadcrumbs, it's fine. You don't have to use the panko. Panko is just a little bit coarser, so it makes for a more common appearance on the chicken cordon bleu. But if you have the other regular breadcrumbs, feel free just to go ahead and use those. Wet hand, a dry hand. You've seen me do this before. Dry ingredients in one hand and your wet ingredients with the other. That keeps yourself from breading your own hand. Before we start breading, I'm going to get our sheet pan ready real quick. That spray is going to hold it down so it doesn't fly away on us while we're breading them. I'm also going to lightly spray the top just so they don't stick, and we're going to start breading them. Here we are. That was not so bad. All right, we're going to get them in the oven, and I'm going to put these in for about a half an hour. They need to be 165 degrees in the middle, okay? You have to make sure that your middle gets cooked. The chicken in the middle gets cooked. So 165 through the middle. So our chicken cordon bleus are cooking nicely. I got a long grain and wild rice rice-a-roni mix for ours. I'm going to get that going because this takes almost as long as the chicken to cook. I think a wild rice is very traditionally served with chicken cordon bleu. You could do urban butter blend, any other, you know, you could just even do a cheddar and broccoli one if you'd like. That's the one I chose. So cook your rice according to the package directions. I'm also going to throw in our California vegetable mix toward the end, about the last 10 minutes of the cordon bleus. I'm going to get the vegetables working with just a little bit of water, butter, salt, and pepper. So we got our rice and our vegetables almost done. We're going to whip up our sauce for our chicken cordon bleus. Got a couple tablespoons of butter in there. I'm going to add in my flour. Okay, so our sauce is getting nice and smooth there. We're going to add in our milk, Dijon mustard, and salt and pepper. And that's our sauce. So we'll just put that in a bowl. So here is meal 2, chicken cordon bleus with the rice. I did a long grain and wild rice rice-a-roni mix, California mixed vegetables, and then our Dijon cream sauce. Stick one of these guys right on top of that rice. A little sprinkle of the parsley. And that's dinner, meal 2. If you like what I'm doing, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your watching. Thank you. Hot Mom's Dinner Club.